Good afternoon. Welcome to your 4 to 5. I'm Eric Chilton here with Lauren Coleman, Jalen Gilkey, and look who's back, Stacy Spivey.
Yes.
It even says it up here.
Stacy Spivey. So you know you've seen her on the Good Morning Show, but she's now joining us on the 4 to 5. And Stacy, we're so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here, guys. It's been a whirlwind of a summer. I just had a baby girl named Baylor, and this is my first day back. Yeah, there she is. My first day back from work, or to work, from maternity leave, and on a new show. Yeah, that was her and her big brother Wrigley. My husband Jake and her.
Hard for you to be back. How do you feeling today with that?
Today is kind of a blur. I feel like I've been going nonstop since I got here. And thankfully she came to visit me for a little bit, so I got my little baby fix there. But it's gonna make evenings so much sweeter to be able to go home. And first thing I'm gonna do is just give her a huge hug, and she'll probably spit up on me or something.
That's the way it works.
A very warm welcome.
Lauren and I got to meet her.
We did, and she is just the cutest, so beautiful. But we're so happy to have you back.
Yeah, so good to see you.
I'm so happy to be here on 4 to 5 with you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
How excited, Stacy.
I know. Jalen got to meet Baylor. Got to
hold
her.
picture.
We're well acquainted. There we go, right there. We're well
They're
acquainted.
besties already.
Good buddies. Well, then we'll let you kick us off today.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with some of our headlines today. A fire at Peeler Elementary School this afternoon in the library area. Now, Greensboro fire officials say smoke was coming through the roof of the abandoned school. There's no word on the cause yet, but officials say there's extensive damage inside. A spokesperson with Guilford County Schools tells us the school was scheduled to be demolished in 2022, but this will speed up the process with demo day starting in just a few weeks. GCS plans to build a new magnet performing arts school in its place. The school has been vacant since it was damaged by a tornado in April 2018. It was one of 3 schools damaged by the storm, along with Irwin Montessori and Hampton Elementary. Peeler Elementary School was also vandalized last year.
Winston-Salem Forsyth County school leaders met this morning and invited parents to brainstorm ways to make the district safer and keep violence off school grounds. Board members did not take any action, but considered several proposals, including a clear backpack pilot program at Mount Tabor High School. That's the same school where investigators say a student shot and killed a 15-year-old classmate back on September 1st. The district also proposed a pilot program for random wanding checks at schools. The superintendent says a solution is about more than just physical security.
A lot of security measures, they really are about how does it make people feel in that space of safety and security. So that's why I think it's important that we listen to the folks.
Officials are bringing in all national security consultants to give them additional recommendations. The district also plans to hire more mental health professionals.
Cone Health is reopening its mass vaccine site at the Greensboro Coliseum. The clinic will reopen on 3 Saturdays in October and November to give out booster shots and possibly child vaccines. Booster vaccines are available for anyone immunocompromised, 65 and older, or if you are at higher risk of exposure because of your job. Guilford County Division of Public Health plans to host a separate clinic at the Coliseum on the 16th, and you can find when the clinics will be and how to schedule your appointment on our website.
Welcome back to some of the craziest fans in all of college basketball. None other than the Cameron Crazies at Duke University. I'm sure UNC fans love to see this. The season's right around the corner, and with that being said, there are some new health and safety protocols that were announced earlier today. So if you hope to be like one of these fans, it's time to listen closely. All fans in attendance this upcoming season must wear a mask and show proof of their vaccination. While guests who are exempt from getting the vaccine, they can still attend, but they must show a negative COVID test within 3 days of attending the game. For those that are unable to get a test within that time frame, there will be a testing site on campus come game day. So this policy will take effect with Countdown to Craziness on Friday, October 15th inside the one and only Cameron Indoor Stadium, and it applies to both men's and women's basketball games until further notice. So if you want to see Coach K in his final season, try your best to find your tickets now before they run out.
Pfizer is asking the FDA to allow use of its vaccine in children ages 5 to 11. The newest data from Pfizer suggests younger kids should get a 3rd dose of the vaccine. We spoke with a mom of a 5-month-old and a 2-year-old. She says she's ready to get her children vaccinated as soon as possible.
It's frustrating because like I feel protected and I feel like my youngest may be a little bit protected with the antibodies he got from me, but like my 2-year-old Rowan has nothing. So we are still basically quarantining ourselves.
An independent expert panel for the FDA will publicly debate Pfizer's evidence on October 26th. If the FDA authorizes emergency use of the vaccine, the decision then goes to advisors with the CDC for a final vote.
Pfizer's vaccine is currently approved as a third dose for certain groups. Johnson & Johnson is the second company to request approval to give a booster dose of its vaccine. You've heard these terms before, third dose versus booster shots, but what actually sets them apart? Our Megan Millaris verifies the difference.
That sound means it's time to verify COVID vaccines, vaccine third doses, vaccine boosters, some approved, others not approved, and only certain age groups eligible. Whew, is your mind spinning trying to keep all this information straight? Viewer Bob reached out asking, so why are we waiting for FDA approval when I can go to CVS and get a third dose now? The booster has to have something different? It makes no sense. Well, Bob, let's verify if there's a difference between a third dose and a booster. Expert sources are the FDA, Johns Hopkins University, and infectious disease physician Chris Uhl with Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist. They agree, yes, there's a difference, but only in terminology based on who's receiving the shot.
Getting a third shot means that you're getting a vaccine that's was totally expected to have been needed in the series. So let's take, for instance, hepatitis B vaccine. It's a 3-shot series. It has been since the 1980s. And that's what you need to provide the full immunologic protection. So that's what we're doing for our immunocompromised people.
Remember, back on August 12th, the FDA authorized third doses of mRNA shots, Pfizer and Moderna, for age-eligible people with compromised immune systems. As Dr. Uhl and Johns Hopkins explained, people with compromised immune systems don't build up a strong response to the initial COVID vaccines, and a third dose can help. That's why they now can get a third dose at least 28 days after the second one to complete a 3-dose series. Now to COVID boosters. September 22nd, the FDA authorized boosters, but only for Pfizer recipients. They're available to anyone 65 and older, plus anyone 18 and older with medical conditions or jobs that put them at higher risk of getting sick. The FDA says these groups must wait at least 6 months after their second doses to get the booster, because unlike people with compromised immune systems, they don't necessarily need an extra vaccine until the initial series wanes over time. As far as what's in the shots, there's no difference between a third dose and a booster. The manufacturers haven't yet modified them for the variants. So what you're getting, you've already had. You're just getting more of it to protect against serious illness, hospitalization, and death.
It's the same shot. In fact, in our world in infectious diseases now, we've started calling it the ancestral vaccine. I think coming down the road in the future, there will be some tweaks to the vaccine.
So in conclusion, we verified, yes, there's a definition difference between third dose and booster, but really it's mostly semantics. People with compromised immune systems can get third doses. People without compromised immune systems, but whose age, medical condition, and profession put them at risk, can get boosters. Yet third doses and boosters are identical to their original doses in ingredients and strength. And keep this in mind, the FDA authorized only Pfizer and Moderna for third doses and only Pfizer for boosters, though Moderna and J&J are asking for booster authorization too. And as of now, the agency is not recommending mixing and matching shots. So as we wait for more guidance, consult your doctor if you have questions or concerns. With your Verify, I'm Megan Millaris.
And you can help stop the spread of misinformation. If you see a claim or story that needs to be verified, send a selfie video or short paragraph to verify@WFNY.com.
Okay, get this. A man sitting behind home plate at a Dodgers game is believed to be on the FBI's most wanted list, the top 15 actually. And investigators believe this is John Ruffo, a man who's been on the run for nearly 23 years. In the late 1990s, Ruffo was convicted for his role in one of the largest bank fraud scams in American history. Ruffo was sentenced to more than 17 years in prison. When it was time for him to serve a sentence, he never showed up. U.S. Marshals announced this week they're looking for the public's help identifying this man spotted at that game between the Dodgers and the Boston Red Sox in Los Angeles. Authorities got a tip back in 2016 but did not explain why that information is being shared now.
Wow, that's pretty strange. So 2016, We're now in 2021, so that's 5 years that he's just been chilling and going to baseball games.
Imagine if you what if you talked to that guy like you were sitting right behind him and you just had a big long chat. Nice guy, I'll get his number. Now you're like, FBI's most wanted.
Wow. But also, why would he go to a game that's being televised and sit in a seat where he could be seen?
Why do people do a lot of things? Why do people commit crimes? But I wonder if there's a way they can look at that ticket that he had back in 2016 and maybe track information of who bought the ticket. I don't know.
Maybe so.
But it's interesting that it's being released now. I want to understand that process.
Yeah, I mean, some things they can't tell us. There's probably a reason for that. But I think it is interesting, Stacey, you're right. That's the most visible place in the entire ballpark is behind home plate. He probably couldn't resist it. The seats were so good, I'll take a shot,
Yeah.
Well, he got away with it.
He did. I hope his team won that night, maybe.
Well, if you've seen this guy before, call authorities.
Yeah, we may hear more on this. All right, let's talk about our forecast, shall we? We've got some changes coming up. Now, this rain is not going to go away anytime soon. In fact, we think it stays with us for a little bit, probably another day or two. We're hoping by Saturday we'll see that pattern break, and then Sunday should look pretty good. We'll salvage the second half of the weekend, and I'm still not convinced that Saturday might be okay too once we get into the Saturday evening time period. Temperatures, though, nice and comfortable at 65 in Greensboro, 70 in Winston-Salem, 66 in High Point. You look at this, and some of you may say, wait a minute, we're seeing upper 60s in the southern Piedmont, but low 70s to the north, and the reason why is rain. Rain across the area right now, and that high tomorrow expected at 72. I just wanted to show you, we don't have anything in the immediate vicinity, but we do have this flash flood warning. That's all the way back in Burke County. But when you look at the radar and where it all is now, there's some heavy showers in Guilford County. Really, western half of the county, right down I-40. If you have to travel down the interstate for the next little bit, it will be pretty heavy with rain. You may have to slow it down a little bit between Greensboro and really to Kernersville. We think once we get west of Kernersville, it's just a light to moderate shower. But when you look at a bigger picture of this, it's just all over the place, right? Not going anywhere anytime soon. And with the systems kind of shaping up the way they are, it looks like we'll remain unsettled for the next day or two. Really humid. You see that low off the coast here. This low is kind of fizzling out a good bit, but we'll watch all this. Again, we expect more rain for your Friday and maybe the first half of the day on Saturday. Now we're going into Saturday morning, and you can see with this low pulling off the coast there, it's looking a little bit better, and we do think our Sunday will be better. We'll take a look at our 7-day and give you the entire forecast coming up. Welcome back. So this weekend is the Parade of Homes. That's really popular around the Triad, but there are a few things to note this year as to how the pandemic is affecting what we're all looking for in homes these days. It's a game changer. I spoke with Tom Garcia of Southern Evergreen about this, and he says safety is still front and center.
One of the things we're seeing this year are trends that have been caused by the pandemic. As an example, are dedicated home office spaces. So many homes now are being built with dedicated home office spaces. It really is a trend you're going to see all across the board. Another feature, again caused by the pandemic, are handless features such as faucets. Just wave your hand in front of them and it comes on, or light switches, things of that nature, and of course, full home automation.
Styles are also changing, probably not an outcome of the pandemic, but Tom says the styles are such that, well, you better get ready to go back in time.
When we think about trends this year in terms of colors and rooms and styles, still open floor plans still continues to be a big deal. Grays continue to be in the forefront of colors, if you will. And certainly whites are back. White kitchens, right? We think of our parents' kitchen, our grandparents' kitchen were white kitchens, right? And then they went to all these various colors and stuff. White is back. You're going to walk into a lot of kitchens this year that have whites and grays, and they're just stunningly beautiful. And I think people enjoy the white because it's a clean look. You know that kitchen's clean when you clean it. So I think that's why that's out there. But certainly whites in kitchens you're going to see a lot of this year.
Makes you think of that old saying, if you wait long enough, everything comes back in style. If you need more information on the Parade of Homes, you look for a link. We've linked you to that from this story on our website, WFMYnews2.com. We'll be back.
Be homes.
An affordable housing build in Greensboro got a whole lot of help from local students today. Some Guilford County students gave time and energy to something constructive for our community.
It's also part of the Career and Technology Education program within the district. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey talked to a few students about this unique opportunity.
We can only teach them so much in the classroom, and we can only show them so much in the classroom, and it's really good to get them on a job site to let them see what goes on from day to day and see how many pieces of the puzzle it is to be put together to complete a project.
For these 8 Guilford County students, this career and technical education class is the most fun they've ever had in school.
I like helping with things, and this is a big help, so.
I'm glad we got it because, I luckily want to be in electrical engineering.
So we want to put a tack.
Come try it. It changes everything, helping others. It brings a new feeling to your heart for me, and I just liked it.
On Thursday, Guilford County Schools partnered with the Fannie Mae Housing Project and Community Housing Solutions, not only to provide these teens with hands-on construction experience, but to also help spruce up our community.
I don't know what to say. It's heartwarming helping people because I know a few years ago, tornado tore it all down, and it feels good to rebuild for the community and for others.
This construction pathway is just one of 15 that Guilford County Schools offers their students. If you'd like more information, I will have a link in my web story on WFMYnews2.com.
That is awesome.
I mean, to learn how to build a house at that age, I know so many students are kind of confused of what they want to do when they are done with high school, and I think this is such a great opportunity for them to learn something just besides going to college.
That's a skill too that, like, you think about it, there'll never not be a need for people that can do electrician and plumbing and that type of thing. I mean, it's going to be around forever.
I love how the kids were saying they wanted to come to class. This made them want to go to school, and this is the best way to learn, to have that hands-on experience rather than just sitting in the classroom with a textbook.
You're absolutely right. And it was just so great to see the kids in the community coming together to give their time back to help someone else. And then not only are they getting this life experience to see if this is something they want to do, but then they also get to see the rewards of someone being able to move into this house and be more comfortable.
It's like it's good on both sides, right? They learn how to give back. I mean, that's very important. And then also on the flip side of that, they get a trade that if they ever wanted to do that as a living, and even if they don't, just the fact that you know that and maybe on the side you could do that, make extra money, that's always a great thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I talked to Mr. John out there, one of the teachers, and he told us, they want to teach kids to do something that doesn't require them to accrue debt at the same time. So, learn the skill and then, be able to take care of yourself in the future as well.
Maybe we'll start seeing this all over the country. That's a great program.
It really is.
This is the challenge. I'm going to see how long it will take me to squeeze this tube and try to put it back in. Now, as you can see, it makes a mess and impossible after squeezed out. This is the perfect example of how our mouths work. We allow our words to flow without focusing on the mess and damage that they cause. Understand that if we are speaking unkind or hurtful words, once they leave our mouths, we can't put them back. Every word spoken has an assignment and seeks an ear to possess. Once it finds an ear, those words are applied to the heart. Once in the heart, it grows into the seed of bitterness planted in the receiver. Words unchecked will bring pain to the person receiving them. So eliminate this hurt by keeping your tube closed. This is Coach Lamont reminding you to have your best you day. I'll see you tomorrow.
You know, when you're a first-time parent, you learn a lot of things, and probably the most important is how to change a diaper.
Oh yeah, because you do it a lot.
A lot.
So we are going to see who can do it the fastest. A little competition
Well,
this
it's
afternoon.
been a minute since I've changed a diaper. Y'all are both parents, so you already have the advantage.
You know, but it's been so long for me, I have to see. All right, so Lauren, you want to count us off?
All right,
Oh, and
y'all.
wait. We have to, remember, you have
Okay.
to do 2 wipes.
2 wipes?
Okay, 2
Okay.
wipes. All right.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go!
Make sure you don't get the arms down in there.
Okay, done.
No!
Are you kidding me?
No!
I haven't even. Well, we still.
I mean, I did it this morning,
2.
so.
Mine looks like he's wearing a smock. That diaper's so big.
Y'all might need to help me. Like I said, it's been a minute. I haven't babysat in a while.
You got it backwards.
You do.
Oh, see? I said this was.
The tabs go on
Y'all
the
had the
back.
advantage.
We
Wait.
do.
Okay.
There you go.
Done.
See my baby.
That's your teddy bear, isn't
This
it?
is my teddy bear. It says I love Germany because
Oh,
you know I
it's
used
so
to live in
cute.
Germany. So
They actually look cuter with little diapers.
do.
They do. This one, it's a little big.
Here, let's get a group shot.
There we go.
We can toss the break with them.
aren't they so cute?
Why am I the unicorn?
See, look at you guys preparing me.
This is good. This is
Yeah.
good.
Now, I don't think I did the best job, but I did it
I
quick.
think you did a good job.
I think so too.
Mine looks like he's wearing a smock of some sort. I don't know. The 4 to 5 will be back in just a minute.
Join us on Facebook.
Stay there.
Hello, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together like a classic combination.
Hey there, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to your 4 to 5. I'm Eric Chilton with Jalen Gilkey, Lauren Coleman, and welcome back to Stacy Spivey, the newest member of the 4 to 5 team.
Hey, y'all.
I'm so excited.
So Stacy, this is your first day with us on the 4 to 5. We're halfway through this show. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. This is fun. I love being here with you guys. And it's fun to interact with you guys on Facebook too. So it's been great. And oh, there's my baby girl. I knew it at one point in the day it was going to hit me, and just seeing her picture, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go see her when I get home.
See, now she's our official 4 to 5 mascot.
She is.
There we go, baby B.
Yes, Baylor, I had her on July 1st, and Today's my first day back from maternity leave and on a new show, all new things. But it's been so wonderful. She's now 3 months old and she's smiling and talking to us a little bit. And her big brother Wrigley loves her too, gives her lots of kisses.
She was laughing.
Look at that
me
face.
and Lauren
Oh,
earlier.
look at that.
Oh, now that one, yeah, no.
That is cute. I love all the big bows. They're just so cute.
Yeah, I put on one of my captions, I like big bows and I cannot lie.
Like big bows and I cannot lie. I like
Yeah, she likes them. Yeah, I was always had a bow in my hair when I was growing up, so I always said if I have a little girl, she is always gonna have a bow on her
Cute.
head.
She was a happy baby this afternoon when you brought her in, that's for sure.
I think this should just be the rest of the show.
Yeah, let's just show pictures
playing
of Baylor.
Pictures of
Seriously.
Baylor's.
She's a mess. She's a lot of fun though, so I'm really happy to be here and hopefully she's at home watching me. I'll be home soon, Baylor.
She is watching you, I'm sure. So cute. Welcome back, Stacy. Let's talk about a forecast for you because we have showers out there. And let me tell you, they're going to stick around for a little bit. They'll be on and off. We think it'll be that kind of a thing for us for a while. But we have some relief in sight, hopefully Saturday evening, but I think Sunday, definitely, things will start wrapping up a little bit. We're in that wedge setup that we talk about a lot, the Appalachian wedge, and when that happens, it just keeps us rather cool and rainy for a while. We're at 65 degrees in the Triad. Speaking of cool, Boone's only 3 degrees cooler than us, so think about that. When we go up to the higher elevations like that, usually there's a big temperature spread, not when there's all this rain and cooler area. And 79, though, in Wilmington on the other side of all this, and Columbia at 76. Hour by hour heading into the night tonight, you look for those showers. We think they may taper off a bit. They'll be back again probably Friday afternoon. But when you look at all these numbers, I mean, 68 degrees at 5, 69 heading into the evening. I mean, we really don't change very much. Even at 1 a.m., we're still at 67 degrees. So across the region, we've got scattered showers. We do have this flash flood warning, but that's all the way back in Burke County, so technically out of our viewing area. But up close, you can see heavier rains in Guilford County, now heading up towards Summerfield, Oak Ridge area, maybe around Brown Summit, but all that is lifting north. If you have to travel north on 220 or 73 in Guilford County north heading toward Rockingham, you will run in to that rain. And again, we'll see just kind of bouts of this rain over the next 24 hours plus. Watching a couple of systems here, you can see a low off the coast here, but really we're watching this front, which is sort of fizzling out, but it still brings that rain with it again. This is Friday evening, and then as you head into Saturday, what's left of this thing will start to push through, and we think little by little it will start to clear things out and take that moisture with it, and we hope by Sunday things will look a little bit better. Watch out for fog. We had that this morning. I think we'll see that again tomorrow morning. Isolated shower in the overnight hours, not out of the question either. 64 for that overnight low. And then a high tomorrow of 72. More clouds than not. And again, scattered showers possible in that late day period. And it could get a little bit heavy as we head into the overnight and maybe into Saturday. Here's your 7-day with low 70s for Friday and Saturday. It's a 50% chance of rain both days, and Saturday more likely in the morning. Hopefully clearing out as we head into Saturday night. At least a lot of the rain will get out of here. We'll keep a 20% chance in on Sunday, but mostly dry, 75. And then next week, boy, is that nice. Partly cloudy every day, mid to upper 70s Monday through Wednesday, and an even 80 on Thursday.
So I need to know what everyone thinks about this. So we know the plant-based food craze is here, but Nestle is going one step further. They are launching plant-based substitutes for egg and shrimp. Yeah, their goal is to get the substitutes so closely to resemble the taste and nutritional values of its meat alternatives. The egg substitutes can be scrambled, used in frittatas, or used in cakes and cookies, and vegan shrimp are called shrimp. The company said the new products were developed in less than a year using plant science to engineer pea protein that do not have the same taste as a legume.
Obviously, we spotted the opportunity in the market. You see the consumers are moving there, driven by health concerns, driven by concerns about sustainability, animal welfare, and then, like I said, the social aspect.
The products are only offered on a limited basis in some European markets. Now, I saw y'all's faces while this was playing. I'm not mad at this because I've had plant-based like chicken.
I am furious.
I saw your face. But I've had like plant-based chicken nuggets, burgers, bacon. It's not that bad.
So Jalen, am I to assume that you won't go into a restaurant anytime soon and order a shrimp cocktail?
No shrimp cocktail.
That just
Fried
sounds funny.
Shrimp and grits.
I just feel like everything should just be left alone. That's just my opinion on the whole food take. If
Well,
you don't eat meat, then cool, I understand that. But you don't have to put carrots in a hot dog. You don't have to make shrimp. I don't understand it, but I guess it's not for me.
I mean, I think Lauren's like me. She'll try anything.
I'll try it.
I would definitely try it too.
I'm not saying I'll like it.
I mean, I have to be dairy-free now for a little bit because Baylor, and I've had to find so many different plant-based things, so I'm thankful for that kind of stuff because of the allergies out there. You never know.
So maybe you can make some brimp tacos.
I'm going to try it.
Jalen said,
I don't know if my husband would do
Keep them at your house. Please
Okay.
don't bring them.
No? You don't want me to share? Okay.
I'll pass.
I just want to keep saying vrimp.
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 I like it.
I mean, we could have came up with a better name too, don't you think?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Goodness gracious.
I couldn't say that with a straight face.
Vrimp tacos.
All right, friends, I have been hunting down one of the co-workers. Yes, Christian, why did I hunt you down about cereal?
It's probably because of my weird peanut butter in my cereal habit.
Say it. Spill it.
So I put the cereal into the bowl or into the cup, into the mug, whatever you want to eat it out of. And then, because the cereal's hard and it's crunchy, right? You don't want to mess it all up or chop it all up. So you pour a little milk into the bowl. And then once you do that, the cereal's a little more, it's not soggy, right? But it takes the edge off of it. And then you put a scoop of peanut butter or a spoonful of peanut butter in it and stir it around.
Who puts peanut butter in their cereal?
It's good. You know those little pretzel pillows?
Yes.
It's like that, but sweeter. Maybe that didn't make it sound better.
You saw my face, right? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Peanut butter in a smoothie, yes. Peanut butter and oatmeal, sure. Peanut butter and cereal?
Yeah, he was
Nope,
telling me about this
absolutely not.
yesterday, and I was like, I don't know about that.
I don't either.
Yeah, I've never been more upset with y'all. It's only been 2 minutes. It's only been
First
2
it was a
minutes.
brimp and then it was this.
This is
All
going to
right.
be a little pain right here.
Okay, so we got on this whole cereal conversation after hearing about this right here. Take a look. Wendy's and Kellogg's are teaming up for Frosty chocolate cereal. It features cocoa flavored bites and chocolate marshmallows. So the cereal is supposed to hit store shelves this December, $3.99 a box, like a regular. There's also a coupon for a free Frosty inside.
okay.
So what do we think about this?
I'm in on that.
I'm in on this.
Yep.
I don't really eat
Reese's
marshmallows.
Cups has a cereal too.
They
That has
do?
peanut. I like that one. I didn't think about that, but I would be for this.
Plus a free Frosty?
A free Frosty.
I'd get the
Jalen,
cereal
are
just
you
for
still
that.
saying you're not
on
doing it?
I don't really like marshmallows.
Oh my
but
God.
You can take them out.
But I'm with this. I'm with the free Frosty whenever.
Okay, so there are all kinds of treat cereal collaborations out there. You mentioned the Reese's, but I wanted you guys to take a look at this right here. Here's just a few others. Little Debbie oatmeal pie cookie cereal. This is also a Kellogg's offering. Then there is the 2019 Post teamed up with Twinkies. Twinkies have been around since the Great Depression. It's kind of interesting they didn't come up with this earlier. And when I posted the pumpkin spice story from the other day, remember? A viewer posted this fall treat saying this is their cereal for the fall, the Count Chocula, the Frankenberry, and the Boo Berry cereals. And we're not even going to go back to Lauren talking about some pumpkin spice lasagna.
Rolls.
Yeah.
Y'all
2 days in a row, Tanya.
All right, Eric, you got to take this. Get us out of here.
I loved Boo Berry. I remember that. All right, so think about this. A recent study conducted between 2020 and 2021 says that drive-thrus were a bit slower than recent years. Yeah, I agree with this. In fact, the study said that they're 25 minutes slower. So I asked you on Facebook, what has your experience been with drive-thrus lately? And boy, did you have a lot to say. I posted this and I had like 50 comments in about 10 minutes. Lots of people out here. Amy says, I got out of line today and just left a restaurant because I sat for 7 minutes in the drive-thru and it never moved an inch. I actually did the same thing this morning. Melanie said, since Chick-fil-A is the only one I use, it's always great. She's a big fan there. Angela says, no sauce, no tea, short on supplies, so not happy. John said, I quit going to the big chains. I've started going to mom and pop places, better service, better food, and it's worth the price. So I want to know what you guys think. Now, I've definitely noticed this lately. The errors, I don't know if I've noticed more mistakes necessarily, but I have noticed that it's at least 20, 25 minutes sometimes in the line.
I pulled up to one drive-thru a couple of weeks ago when I was working the night side shift, and on the speaker box it said that they closed several hours earlier because they didn't have enough people to work.
Oh my
and I think it was just, you know, I didn't need to be in the drive-thru that late anyway, but I was shocked by that.
Yeah. I haven't had an issue with any drive-thrus, but I've gone to restaurants and you can just tell that they're hurting for workers because you're waiting so much longer than you normally would. Or if you get takeout, sometimes it's messed up, your order is, or you got somebody else's food and your heart goes out to them because you know that they're struggling right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know those people inside are scrambling, working. You know, they're probably at half the staff they're used to working with. But I'm a big pull out the drive-through if it's taking too long. If it's too many cars in front of me, I'm out of there. Like, I'm not with it.
I will too. Yeah, I will too. And
more than 4 cars, I'm gone.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you what I took out of this whole thing is the fact that I just said I was at a drive-thru this morning and my wife's going to ask me which one.
Yep, she's about to text you because you weren't supposed to be there.
And you have a trainer. Your trainer might be watching too.
That's right.
No.
You need to go extra hard on him
It's worse with the wife, trust me. If she hears where, I'm not saying where I went. So
She could probably check your
He
statement.
went to Subway.
What? Yes, that's right. Eat
They
fresh.
have a drive-thru.
That's right. Not saying a word. So, earlier we talked about how the pandemic affected the interior features that people want in their homes, but this time we're going outside. Tom Garcia of Southern Evergreen Builders talks about trends in the backyard.
One of the trends we're seeing is because of the pandemic is outdoor spaces. We've been talking about outdoor spaces for years, how popular they are and how important they are to the living space of the home. Now it's become even more important, right? Because outdoor spaces are available. We're fortunate in our area, as you well know. 4 seasons a year, you can use your outdoor space if you have a fire pit or an outdoor masonry type fireplace kind of thing, right? So it's very useful. But in the age of the pandemic, you can invite friends over and guests over and visit outdoors and not be so concerned about the whole COVID thing. So that's another reason why it's just driving forward outdoor spaces, outdoor living spaces. They're just as popular as ever.
Now, the images you've been seeing, by the way, they're from this weekend's parade of homes across Guilford County. Tom says most outdoor spaces, they always center around this one element.
The fire feature is almost always prominent. It's what we're seeing a lot of. Everything's focused around a fire feature, whether it's a fire pit or it's a nice fireplace. And then maybe above the fireplace, there's a big screen TV. We're seeing a lot of that. And it really just allows the outdoors to become indoors. They've got these new opening window systems. You literally slide out the way and walk right from the inside of your home to the outside, and it really just becomes an extension room of your home.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of ideas here.
Yeah.
I like that. And he was saying that sometimes when there's like an L shape to a house, you know, that they'll have these pocket doors that will open up and stack up on each other. They're windows, but they stack up on each other, sliding glass doors, and they go in the walls. And so it ends up that you're kind of like living outside and inside at the same time. It's really nice.
Oh, I just think of like fall time with a football game on, sitting out by the fire. Nice
Outside
beverage.
TV, outside living spaces are my favorite. I don't even have one per se. We do have like a brick fireplace out back, but I would like to build around it, make it bigger, you know.
It's great for entertainment when you have people over. Like I was saying a couple weeks ago, my parents have like an outdoor gazebo and it has like the ceiling fan and a TV in there. When we have people over for like a cookout or something, it's always nice. That's where they go.
Yeah.
The TV and the fireplace are always the center.
Yeah.
Of everything, especially, you're right, fall football outside, watching that when it's just a little bit cool outside. It's so nice. It makes me
That
want
sounds
to
like a nice place to be right now.
Well,
now I want to build a house.
Yeah. This Sunday, the weather will cooperate too. We'll clear right up with lots of sun. We're going to take a short break. We're coming right back. Stay there.
Welcome back. So I've learned a lot in these last 3 months with Baylor, my baby, and Eric Children, of course, has 4 of his own kids. So you're just a professional.
I'm an old pro at this. That's right. So we're going to put Stacy's parent knowledge to the test. Lauren and I kind of dug up some questions here.
Yep.
You want me to start?
Yeah, you can start it off.
I'll start.
You got this.
All right. No timer here necessarily, so take your time here. All right, so how often should you feed a newborn? You know this. Is it A, whenever they cry, B, 2 to 3 hours, C, 3 to 5 hours?
2 to 3 hours.
Very good, correct.
Good job. So the second question is, how often should you bathe your baby? Is it A, once a week, B, no more than 3 times a week, or C, every day?
I would say no more than 3 times a week.
Yes,
Exactly right.
congratulations.
I didn't know if you'd get that one because some parents are like, oh,
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, so-
I looked it up. I research every
oh, I'm
day,
sure
so.
you can read what to
Google.
expect.
Google
Have
is
all
my
the
best
self-help
friend.
books.
Absolutely. All right, how do you position your baby to sleep, or how should you? On his back, on the right side, or on the stomach?
Back is best.
Back
they
is
say.
best. Yeah, they've changed that over the years, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that changed throughout the years. Like my mom said, well, when you were a baby, we did this.
Yes,
and
that's right.
You do what they tell you, I guess, these days, the professionals.
All right, you're a professional too. You're getting them all right.
I'm learning.
All right, your next question is, when do most babies take their first step? Is it A, between 3 and 6 months, B, 6 and 9 months, or C, 9 and 12 months?
I think 9 and 12 months.
Is getting them
Did you,
all
did you
right.
get a copy
Did
of
you
this
see
earlier
these?
today?
No, actually I didn't.
I did not put this in the prompter or teleprompter on purpose.
She's just so smart.
All right, here we go. Babies
I can't believe I know these.
Babies understand words like no and bye-bye traditionally at what age? Is it 1 month, 6 months, 9 months?
Oh.
Now this one I got wrong when I took my own test.
You said what? What are the options again?
1, 6, or 9 months. So A, B, or C.
I'm going to say 6 months.
First one she got wrong.
Was it 9 months?
That's what I said. It's 9 months.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the final question. How old is the average baby when he gets his first tooth? Is it A, between 1 and 3 months, B, 4 and 7 months, or C, 11 and 15 months?
I think it's B.
She's right. Way to end
She's
on
a
an up
genius.
note.
Good job.
That's 5 out of 6.
Should I do my pageant wave?
Really good job. Honestly, I didn't get some of these because it's been
Yeah.
a while for me, but that's incredibly
Great
good.
job.
That was hard. I mean, I think just because I've been reading so much lately, literally, I think I Google everything. But before Baylor came, I was reading books, I was listening to podcasts, and also just having friends that have had babies. They kind of have kept me in the loop with what you should know.
We talked about the tooth thing in the newsroom, and there was another one that I didn't put on here, but it was a true or false, so it's a little easier. But is it possible for babies to have teeth as newborns instead of at that point? And I wasn't sure about that. What's your guess?
I'm gonna say yes because I feel like it would be no. Is it yes? Can they have teeth as newborns?
What do you think, Stacey? You heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's
yes,
true.
they can.
that's interesting.
It is true, and I've never seen that, but yeah, that's true. Not a big deal.
A baby born with a
Like a
mouthful
full
of teeth.
smile. That would be silly.
No, if it was a mouthful, that'd be a whole different ballgame. You'd go
Oh my
viral.
gosh. Yeah, baby has full teeth.
Now, I've seen babies born with a full head of hair, though.
Yes,
That
I've seen
happens
that
a
too.
lot.
Yeah, I remember the baby that went viral. It had like news anchor hair almost, like the swoop going
Yeah.
already.
Yes.
Perfect hair already.
That is
Baylor doesn't
funny.
have much hair. Some of it's kind of falling out in the back, so we'll get it
She's a
fixed
cutie
later.
pie.
She's
None of
sweet.
mine had hair. They were all bald little babies, which they were so cute.
Just
All
makes them cute.
Let's do a forecast here and see what's going on with that. We've got rain to deal with. That will stick around for a while. In fact, we'll probably see that rain for another full day or day and a half, I guess we could say. Heaviest showers right now moving its way through the center of the viewing area, really everywhere from Lexington and Asheboro up through Winston and Greensboro and into Reedsville, with probably Rockingham County seeing the heaviest rain at this hour. Yes, that can change, of course, and probably will. And all these systems, that front you see on the left, that will gradually move by and take all this rain with it, but we may have to wait a little bit. We'll look for some shower activity on Friday and Saturday. It's a 50-50 shot, low 70s for highs, mid 70s and clearing on Sunday, and next week, mid to upper 70s and partly cloudy.
Huh?
Do you have a doghouse?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, I don't.
Like that was funny right there. You could have just stopped with that.
You do that. You probably know where your kid is. Hey, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. I'm not in this block, am I?
Hi, Kelly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, 1, 2, 3. If you're listening to me, I'm still not hooked up, and I'm so sorry. That's cute.
Hey, mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5.
That's fine. Outside's fine. Yeah. Thank you.
It's time for my 2 cents. Remember the days of playing hopscotch on the blacktop, or maybe even a game of Foursquare and Double Dutch? I'm talking about recess. I was quite perplexed when I learned up to 40% of school districts across the nation have reduced or even eliminated recess. It's been a while since I participated in a round of tetherball, but I always look forward to the break. It was a chance to recharge my batteries and refocus for the next class assignment. And the CDC backs this up. The organization says recess improves kids' memory and concentration, helps them to stay on task, and reduces disruptive behavior. And this got me thinking, why did recess stop once we left middle school? Don't we all need an outlet? I'm not talking about a typical lunch break, but another way to get a boost of energy. A study by Brigham Young University found that adults who played games with colleagues increased productivity by 20%. Creating an environment for play can also help to build a stronger work community. The time allows for team building and a better understanding of the people you work with. Forming these bonds can help to improve the product of said business. From a leadership standpoint, reports show when leaders are more present and accessible, employees are more engaged and likely to stay with their current employer. I mean, how cool would it be to play a game of kickball or tag with your boss? Let's be real, work isn't always going to be fun. But I believe in the saying, work hard, play harder. When you feel your best, you work at your best. That's my 2 cents. That's your 4 to 5. WFNY News 2 at 5 starts now.
A vacant school in Greensboro catches fire, the flames causing significant damage. Peeler Elementary has sat empty for years after it was hit by a tornado in 2018.
WFNY News 2's